If you're a little later in the game and you want to spice up your gameplay with some new items and spells that will make you more powerful for your magic build, we've got you covered here in this video, and we're going to start off with the Primal Glintstone Blade Talisman. This is a talisman that's fantastic as it reduces the FP cost of your spells at the cost of reducing your maximum HP. This is a great item to have, as if you're using the Lazat's staff that raises the FP cost, this is a little way to mitigate that. In order to get this, we first must go to Limgrave at the Stormhill Shack, where there's a woman in a red hood that will give us the spirit jellyfish ashes that we will need in order to get this item. We then must make our way to the Stargazer's ruins, which is in the mountain tops of the Giants area. It can be found in a chest underground, but first we must use the ashes we just gained with the jellyfish in order to help the jellyfish that's already outside be reunited with her sister, which will then open up the underground area where you can then go in and loot the chest to get this talisman. These next two items on this list will be found in the Consecrated Snowfield or the Haligtree area, which is accessible by unlocking the secret lift in the Grand Lift of Rold, which we already have a guide walkthrough on the channel if you aren't already there. Once you have access to the Consecrated Snowfield area, we can find the Graven Mass Talisman, which is an upgrade to the Graven Skull Talisman that we've mentioned in previous videos. This greatly raises the potency of our sorceries, which is perfect for any magic user. It's found atop the Albinoric Rise Tower, which is in the east of the Consecrated Snowfield. The tower will be sealed, and you will either need to use the Fanged Imp Ashes, which are obtained from the Isolated Merchant found at the Rhea Lucaria Academy for 2000 runes. You then summon them and kill an imp in order to open the tower, or you can use a Bewitching Branch on one of the two imps near the tower to make them kill each other, which will then open the tower. The talisman is in a chest atop the tower, so make your way up and grab this for yourself. The next one is a spell, which is Lorettas Mastery. This is a fantastic upgrade to the Loretta Greatbow spell. This mastery version shoots 4 arrows instead of just 1, and this is dropped by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree, after you defeat her, which is near the Haligtree Town Grace Point. Now, these next items on the list require you to have either obtained the Carrion Inverted Statue or have access to the Moonlight Altar Grace Point area, both of which are obtained through the completion of the Ranni questline, which if you haven't already done, we have a full walkthrough video already on the channel that you can use to complete it. First is the Stargazer Heirloom Talisman. This is fantastic as it gives you +5 int, which is great if you're below the higher int soft cap of 80, and this is obtained by using the Carrion Inverted Statue at the Divine Tower of Liurnia in order to make your way all the way to the very top of the tower, where you will find a lootable body that will have the Stargazer Heirloom Talisman for you. Next is the Snow Witch Hat, which is absolutely fantastic because it raises the strength of cold sorceries and is found in the chest on the upper floor of Renna's Rise after finishing the Ranni questline completely. This is great because we're going to get some cold spells next that will be boosted by this item. And the next spell is going to be Adula's Moonblade, which is an absolutely amazing, huge AoE, high damaging swing of a frost sword that also shoots out a wave of cold with each swing. It's fantastic for damage, and it's a nice spell to pair with the previously mentioned Snow Witch Hat. This is found by defeating the Glintstone Dragon Adula, which is first encountered by roaming the Three Sisters Tower area near the Carrier Manor, but after you deal enough damage to it, it will fly away, and then you will need to find it at the Cathedral of Mana Celeste, which is in the Moonlight Altar area, which you need to go through a lift by going through the Lake of Rot area and defeating the boss in that area to go up the lift at the end to get to the Moonlight Altar. And then next is the Glintstone Ice Crag spell, another cold spell, an absolutely fantastic one. It's a variation of Glintstone Pebble, but better with more damage, and a cold type spell, which is sold by Preceptor Celavus for 7,500 runes at Celavus's Rise, or by giving the bell that he drops to the Twin Maiden Husks in the Round Table in order to get access to his shop and then to buy the spell there. With all these new items and spells, you're an even more powerful mage, and if you do go and get any of these items, let us know in the comments down below, as well as any other magic boosting items that you know of. Of course, drop a like while you're down there, subscribe for all the other Elden Ring videos on the channel, and we have another Elden Ring video for you on screen right now that we really think you will like. We have loads of guides, tips, locations, and other stuff for you guys on Elden Ring.